Hi, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Ontiveros with you again. I hope everyone is doing well today. I have a very important and interesting issue to deliver to you today. I hope you like it. And of course, before we even start, I am going to give you the objective for today. And our objective is this: it is to identify the causes and effects of a garbage strike. And also, boys and girls, to look at how important sanitation workers are in our communities, like the one that we live in Pasadena or Deer Park, Friendswood, any of these communities. Now, boys and girls, if you would look at the screen, we have on in front of this issue, it reads Scholastic News, the weekly reader. And on this trash, on this blue plastic trash bag, it reads, The Great Garbage Strike. Do you know what that means? Let's find out together, boys and girls. But before we do that, look at the caption underneath. One very important text feature. Can you imagine walking down a street covered in trash? That's what it was like in New York City in 1968. How did it happen? Well, boys and girls, as I turn the page so that you can look at the inside of the cover of this Scholastic News issue, you are going to see an abundance of text features. Let's see if you can identify them, okay? I'm going to go through them with you so that next time when you see them on any selection or any passage, you remember the Scholastic News on the Great Garbage Strike. Here we go, boys and girls. Now look at this very, very closely. What do you see? What does it look like? How did it get here? All this trash, how do you think it got here? We are going to read what is here. Look at the text features and find out what happened. It says at the top on the first column, too much trash. And you see a little critter right there. And I think you know what that is. That is a mouse, or it could be a rat. Those appear, boys and girls, when there is way too much trash. They look for food. They look for anything that they can eat. And it is a very good text feature. It's an animal that, as you know, is found around landfills and lots of trash cans and even houses. Let's read on what it says to the left. It says, as you read, think about why the streets were covered in garbage. That is a very good caption. Here we go. In 1968, the streets of New York City were covered in garbage. Trash bags were stacked as high as kids' heads. Smelly garbage juice oozed out onto the sidewalk. Bugs and rats crawled around. It was disgusting, but it wasn't supposed to be like this. Now, boys and girls, here is another very important text feature. We have one here, another one here, and another on the third column. They are highlighted in red. And the reason they're highlighted in red is because, as you know, these are very important subtitles. These subtitles have very important information pertaining to that title. Here we go on the very first subtitle. Then we'll do the second subtitle and then the third. Picking up the trash. In many cities and towns, sanitation, look at this word that is highlighted in yellow. It is one of your keywords. Sanitation workers take away our trash. First, people put their garbage in bins and leave them outside their homes. Then, the sanitation workers pick up the garbage. They take it away to a place called a Landfill, another word highlighted in yellow. Sanitation workers have a hard job. Second column, boys and girls, right underneath this picture that has trash piled all over the place, it reads, during a strike, garbage spills out of trash cans and into the streets. They work long hours and they have to pick up a lot of heavy, gross trash. It is important. It's an important job too. They help keep our communities clean. Our next highlighted in red subtitle reads Sanitation Strike. That's the way things worked in New York City. But it all changed, boys and girls, on February 2nd, 1968. The sanitation workers said they weren't being paid enough to do their job. The city leaders disagreed. They said, no, 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 no. They said that the workers shouldn't be paid more. Third column at the top. So the workers went on strike, a very important highlighted word in yellow. That means they refused to do their job until the city leaders said they would be paid more. The strike, boys and girls, lasted for 9 days. During that time, garbage piled on the city streets. It looked gross and smelled terrible. It was dangerous too. Rats were everywhere, and people worried that the rats could spread diseases. In some places, piles of garbage caught on fire. The last highlighted in red subtitle reads, The strike is over. Finally, after 9 days, boys and girls, the city leaders agreed to pay the sanitation workers more money. The strike ended. Right away, the workers started picking up all the trash they had piled up. They worked extra hard to get the streets as clean as they had been before the strike. The Great Garbage Strike of 1968 showed the New Yorkers just how important sanitation workers are. They help keep our cities clean and people healthy. Now, boys and girls, talking about the text features that I reminded you before we even started this, we have some others, like this gentleman that is standing right there. It's a circle, as you can see, and the sign he has says, on strike, 8:31. And the caption underneath the sign reads, a worker on strike stands next to a sign. A worker meaning he is one of our sanitation workers. But this particular sanitation worker is perhaps from New York City. And that's why he's standing there with his arms like this, like, I am not going anywhere. I am not doing this until I get paid more money. We have another text feature, which is a picture of a lot of trash piling on top of trash cans, and it's just overfilling and filling the streets and the sidewalks with trash. On this other side, boys and girls, we have another text feature. It has 3 pictures with, of course, very important key words that continue on this side, one of them being compost and the other one recycle. Let me show you the very first one, and it is a very short video where you can view how trash can pile up so quickly. And please take a note of what is above the trash, something that can fly all over the place. Here we go. I hope you look and see what these birds are trying to get. Look at this. That is just so much trash. That is a landfill. It is just completely covered. What they do, boys and girls, after they remove or they straighten out all this trash, they put what is known as dirt or soil so that they can cover it up. And that is just the way it is. Now, once that is covered, they put more dirt and then more trash, and then they pile it up again, and they put more soil or dirt, and they just keep repeating until it is completely filled, and then they go to another landfill and start the recycling all over again. Another picture that we have over here, boys and girls, is a picture of a compost. It says, you can put food scraps in a compost pile. Compost can help new plants grow. There it is. It says a mixture of food scraps and other natural items such as rotten leaves that is added to the soil to help plants grow. The other one, the last one, boys and girls, the key word is recycle. Recycle right here. It says break down old things like glass, plastic, cans, and newspapers so that they can be broken down to make new things. See how they are putting plastic, paper, aluminum. Sometimes, boys and girls, you can even put glass, but I believe it's clear glass that's what we put in our recycle bin when the sanitation workers come by here every Wednesday by my house. Now, boys and girls, this lesson has ended for right now, but as you can see, as after any lesson that we always have an activity worksheet for you to complete, and it is this one right here on cause and effect. We have several causes. We have three, as a matter of fact, and it reads cause and effect. An effect is something that happened. A cause is why it happened. Fill in the causes and effects in the great garbage strike. Use the hints for help. The very first one I will read to you, boys and girls, and it says cause. Hint. Why did the sanitation workers go on strike? Do you remember what Miss Ontiveros said? Number two. Hint. Was anyone picking up the trash? Number three. What did the city leaders agree to do? Do you remember at the end? What did they agree to do? These are the causes right here that you are going to fill in this activity worksheet from Ms. Ontiveros. These are the effects that you are going to read on your own. After you have completed this activity worksheet, you can go ahead and post it, boys and girls, and send it to me through Class Dojo. And Mrs. Ontiveros will grade it and give you a grade and let you know what you made. If you have any questions or any concern about this issue that we read, please don't hesitate to let me know, okay? Thank you very much. And next time, boys and girls, when I do see you, which is next week, I would like to read you a story. I hope you enjoy that. We may probably do it to where you can see me and I can see you and we can talk to each other. And then on other times, I'll just post the story, read it, so that you can listen to it over and over again. Thank you very much. Have a very nice day, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye.